What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to D's Rides. My name is D, and if this is your first time to the channel, you could probably hear my dog over here just hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Smoke away Angus, everyone. Come here. What's up? And this is my girl, Macy. What's up, Macy? Say it. Good girl. Good girl. Gotta love them. Gotta love them. All right, everybody, I'm back. So, today we're gonna start a new segment on my channel, and that is where we discuss and talk about some of the automotive news that's going on around the world. So, I'd like to congratulate Corvette Racing for coming in at #1 and #2 at the Rolex 24 at Daytona. I tell you what, that C8R race car, it's a bad boy. That's a bad boy. And so they came in the #3 car, driven by Antonio Garcia, Jordan Taylor, and Nicky Katzberg. Came in #1 and #2. The #4 car was driven by Tommy Milner, Nick Tandy, and Alexander Sims. So this is actually the 4th time that Corvette Racing has won the Rolex 24 at Daytona, and it's their first time since 2016. So kudos to them, man. I tell you what, that C8R race car is it's magical. Like, it's no joke. It's a no joke badass race car. And so, full disclosure, I am not a follower of Corvette Racing. I have no clue how the GTLM series works. So if I know some of you are intimately familiar with the GTLM series or the GT Le Mans series of racing, if you guys could explain it down in the description below, or even put a link to somewhere that discusses it, it'll be greatly appreciated, because I know there are other people like myself that, although we are into cars, we may not be into GT series racing and stuff like that. So definitely appreciate it. So speaking of Corvette, so over the past several days, there has been a lot of speculation about the C8 Z06. And so, of course, everybody, this is a very highly anticipated car because of the tremendous success that the C8 Stingray has experienced. And so it is only right, and I mean, you would only expect it the anticipation to get even higher for the higher variant. So the C8 Z06 is the no joke track focus variant that is going to come out. Now, I'm not talking about track focus like a Z51 package. I'm talking about like a no joke track monster that is developed exclusively to go around the track and just break hearts. So that is what this Z06 C8 Z06 is all about. There was actually some footage of what is believed to have been the Z06 practicing out on the track. And so you got that footage, and then along with someone at a Corvette dealership stating that the C8 will possibly be unveiled. And actually, he didn't even say it was going to be unveiled. He just basically said that there was going to be more information coming out in July of this year about the Z06. Now, that didn't mean that he was saying that it's going to end up coming out in July. It could have meant that he was going to have more information on when it was going to be unveiled. But a lot of people are equating the time frame that the C8 was unveiled to this car. C8 was unveiled 7/18/19 back in 2019, and this year they're believing that it's going to be 7/18/21. So all conjecture, all speculation at this time, but we will see. It is definitely, Corvette is riding high right now on the C8. The sale of the C8 is through the roof. You have people buying these cars and then reselling them for $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 markup, and people are buying them. And so I think a lot of people are offloading these C8s now because, one, they can get a profit on them, and then two, I know a lot of people who are highly anticipating this Z06 and who really wants the C8 Z06. And so, you know, more power to them on selling those C8s, and more power to them if they can get themselves a Z06, because it's definitely going to be a hot car for sure. So, all right. So on to other news. We have our man Elon Musk, Mr. Tesla, Mr. Rich Dude, there's two things with him. So, number one, a gentleman on Twitter came out and asked him, hey, what's going on with the Roadster? Now, you guys remember the Roadster a couple years ago when it was first unveiled. It gave these crazy specs of 621 mile range on a single charge. You had 1.9 second 0 to 60, 250 mile per hour, and a 8-second quarter mile time. So, you know, he ended up, someone ended up asking him, hey, what's up with this Roadster? And he actually ended up answering, and he was like, he basically said, finishing engineering this year, production starts next year, aiming to have release, candidate design drivable late summer. Tri-motor drive system and advanced battery work were important precursors. So it looks like this car is going to start production sometime in 2022. By the end of the summer, they should have some type of drivable prototype out on the road. But if you remember, it was supposed to be out last year. So I don't know, take it with a grain of salt, if you will. And so you're looking at about a $200,000 roundabout MSRP, and you'll have to put a quarter of that down if you want to reserve your own Roadster. So you have to put 50 stacks down to reserve yourself this Roadster. Now, that last sentence that I had mentioned, the tri-motor drive system and advanced battery work were important precursors. That's important because if you have been following Tesla, a few days ago, they actually unveiled a new Model S, and it's called the Model S Plaid and Plaid Plus. Now, the Model S Plaid is going to run you about $120,000. The Model Plaid Plus is going to be roughly about $140,000. Now, this car is supposed to be the quickest production car ever. Like ever. Ever. And so, yeah, it's pretty, the specs are pretty crazy. You're looking at a 390 mile range on one charge. You're looking at sub 2 second 0 to 60. You're looking at 200 mile per hour top speed. And get this, you're looking at 1,020 horsepower. Yeah, I can see it being the quickest production car, but I'm just wondering how that is going to align with the Roadster, and then this will be the quickest production car, I think, until the Roadster comes out. Also, there's supposed to be some creature comforts that are within the new Model S. You're going to have a 17-inch horizontal display. Resolution is 2200 by 1300. Left to right tilt, so that's pretty cool that the driver or the passenger can kind of tilt the monitor towards them, you know, depending on who wants to check it out. If you remember, older Tesla Model S's had the iPad-esque kind of display screen in the center, but now they've orientated it to a horizontal feature, kind of like the Model X has. So that's going to be pretty slick. And so it also has the steering wheel is causing a lot of buzz because it looks just like a steering wheel that comes straight out of a race car. Like, it's no joke, a race car steering wheel. And it's funny because Road and Track reached out to the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration to ask them about this steering wheel. And they basically came back and said, at this time, NHTSA cannot determine if the steering wheel meets federal motor vehicle safety standards. So it'll be interesting to see what will end up happening to that steering wheel. If I had to bet money, I don't think it's going to come to fruition. I think they're going to end up having a rounded steering wheel. It's not going to be a U-shape. It's going to be a rounded one if I had to bet money on it. And so almost kind of probably like the C8 has. So, but we'll see when that comes up. We have another unveiling that's going on February 3rd. the F-150 Raptor is going to be coming out. And matter of fact, where is my... I actually received a text or an email from a Ford rep. All right, it says, tomorrow, February 3rd, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Ford, America's truck leader, is revealing the all-new F-150 Raptor, a reborn icon that has eclipsed the sales of Porsche's entire lineup of sports cars and Chevrolet's Corvette. Man, Ford is trying to hit Chevy and Porsche. So, you know, it's that banter back and forth between the manufacturers, and so definitely some awesome times that we're living in. And so yeah, so everybody, until next week, I'd like to thank you guys for coming and joining the channel. If you like the video, make sure you go ahead and smash that like button, and if you like the channel, make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe button, and remember to hit that bell notification button so each and every time I put out a video, you'll be notified. And I like my shirt, yeah. But remember, everyone deployed, and I'm out. Woo!